show. You have to dance. You ready?
I don't know. We'll find out.
You good? I've been going for like 20 seconds, but
I feel like Jordy has a better grade than me.
Hello everybody, my name is Jared Wood and I am glad to be speaking with you all today. Now, let's get down to business. Title of my presentation is Rising from the Ashes of the Great Depression. What exactly arose from those ashes is the business of auditing, and that is what I'm going to be talking to you about today. What exactly is auditing all about? It is all about money. Yes! Everything runs off of it, and it runs off of everything. The entire state of North Carolina actually runs off of $4.2 billion a year. Now, think about that. That runs the state, the schools, the departments, the stores, and whatnot. Now, we have that. Now, imagine this. What if we had $1 billion more? What could we do with that? We could fund so many different things, such as band and basic sports, get more jobs for businesses. I'll talk about that $1 billion later, but first, I'll talk about my research paper in auditing. Now, I wrote a cause and effect paper describing on how the auditors affect the U.S. today. They originated all from the stock market crash in 1929. Now, the stocks were at their configurative peaks at that moment, and everyone tried to pull out at the last second at the very climax of the economy, and that caused the Great Depression. Now, in response to this, the government passed the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, which would bring all of the smart mathematicians around the states together so that they could formulate plans on how to get the country back together, and then formulate ways to basically account for every last dollar that was still available. And these people eventually formed the Public Company Accounting Oversight Board, which is a group of people that run the auditing today. They regulate into civilization by creating the process of what auditors do, which is checking, justifying, and fixing. An auditor will review the financial statements by a company or the government. They will validate them, and then they will suggest ways to fix them. And if they do not fix them, then the auditors can expose them for the dishonest garbage that they are. Now, there's good and evil, and then there's auditing and fraud. Fraud is why auditing exists. Fraud is the evil. Fraud is when a company lies to basically drive people into doing things such as paying more money for products. A company will lie so they can be taxed differently. When they're taxed differently, they can charge you more, and when they charge you more, they run the public dry. And not only does these companies want to gain your money, the government wants to gain that money too. They try to tax you. They understand that taxes are very beneficial to the economy, but what they don't realize is that so many people are unwilling to pay them. They are unwilling to pay them because some of them are just so high. So what the auditors do is they work against that, and they try to work as hard as they can to lower them and to straighten everything out. They check what the government makes, and then they suggest ways on how the government can fix that too. Now, for my product, I went to the state capitol, which is the very center of Raleigh. Shout out to my aunt, Beth Wood, who is the state auditor. She majorly reviews everything that is state funded and federally funded in North Carolina. Big things such as all of the colleges. And she works in a wonderful place, full of smart people, full of culture. There are history, science museums there. In Rachel's project, there was the NCDPI. The building where my aunt works and that building are directly side by side. So I even checked out that building too. And I chose my mentor to be my dad, Scott Wood, because he's one of the smartest, most experienced men I know. I don't think anyone else could have helped me better than he could. And right here is a view of the Capitol building from outside of my aunt's window. There's a dude standing on a statue.